I don't know about you, but I'm certainly feeling the mid-year slump this year. And it's kind of funny that the day that I decide to record this video, I also wake up with a cold. It's midwinter here in Australia, and we certainly have some cold weather, dark days, and plenty of rain. And all that can get you feeling a little bit down because the sun's not shining as much and it's not as enjoyable to go outside. And our houses here aren't really designed great for handling cold weather. And from what I've seen on the news, the Northern Hemisphere seems to be struggling with some heat waves and wildfires and other weather extremes, which probably also have you feeling a little bit off and less productive. There's something about mid-year that just leaves us all in a bit of a slump. It doesn't mean that we're not working on exciting creative projects, but there's just this energy that just makes you feel a little bit more burnt out, exhausted, and a little bit less excited about everything. Maybe at the start of the year you had all these big goals, went real gung-ho and went real hard, and now you're starting to feel a bit exhausted. Or maybe the weather has just got you feeling a bit down. Or perhaps engagement or sales are a bit slow at the moment. Mid-year tends to get a bit slower online, and you're just feeling less motivated and less creative. It could simply be that you just need a bit of a rest at the moment, need to just spend some time with family or friends, take a little bit of a break from business. The internet doesn't rest, and you probably need to keep things ticking along in some way with your business. So this video is all about encouraging you creatively and helping you get through that mid-year slump. First of all, make things simpler. Make your designs simpler. So I know you need to keep showing up on social media, you need to keep creating graphics for different things that you're putting out there, and maybe you're just not feeling as excited about it, you're just a little bit burnt out, and so it just feels a lot harder to be creating those graphics. Well, the best thing to do at this time of year to continue and make sure that you're still staying consistent is just to make things simpler. Go easy on yourself. It's not time to be redesigning everything or getting super creative. It could be time to just really simplify things. Starting from scratch can certainly feel daunting, especially when you're feeling exhausted and just not creatively inspired. And this is where templates can really see you through in this season. Whether it's reusing old designs that you've got and turning them into templates, or just batch creating a lot of templates that you can reuse over and over again, so you only have to do a few but then can just, put in fresh content all the time. Or buying some templates that are just going to ease the load for you so that you've just got something to get you started and help you just get those graphics created and keep going. And getting some templates can sometimes spark some fresh inspiration. Sometimes looking at another designer's perspective and something fresh and different that didn't come from you can sometimes just inspire you too, that you might start out getting some templates and then it might actually send you on a roll where you're like, hey, I really like this style or the way they did this, and experiment a bit yourself and start creating some other templates or other designs that are similar kind of style. So sometimes that can also just spark some creative energy in you as well. Now you also want to be making the most of creative flow, because you will have those better days when you're feeling a little bit more inspired and perked up and productive, and those are the days that you really want to get in creative flow and batch create more things. This is a great time to batch out a week or a month's worth of graphics, or work on some templates that you can go back to in those times that you're just not feeling the energy, when you're in a bit more of a slump. If you've got some other things going on, maybe you've got holidays and you want to go places, and when you're in that zone, when you're really feeling that energy, that's when you need to create more. Don't just do what's necessary that day, but create extra so that it makes your life easier on those off days. This will feel so good on those slump days when you're just not feeling it, your energy's low, you're not feeling inspired, you know you need to get something done. The fact that if something is there, ready to go, is really just going to make your day. So make the most of those moments when you're feeling good and you're in creative flow. And to really make the most of that time, have a running list. So every time you think of some graphics that you might require, or some ideas, different things you need to create, put them down on a list so that when those days come, you've got a list to go through and you can really make the most of that time, because you know exactly what you need to be working on. You don't want to be wasting time when you've got that energy thinking, what should I work on? What should I be making? If you've been, every time you think of something that would be useful, you've written it down, you've now got a to-do list basically of things to work on. So in those great flow moments when you're feeling that creative energy, you can just get on with it. You can just get creating, get designing, and make the most of that creative energy you've got. Now, if everything is just feeling the same and stale and it's just making you feel stuck, something that can really help is to find fresh inspiration sources. Maybe you've been doing too much scrolling on Instagram and everything's feeling the same and you're just feeling a bit overwhelmed and bored and over it, and it's just getting you in a creative slump. What can really help you is to find fresh sources of inspiration. Look in places that you don't normally look, or it could be places that in the past you used to get inspired by, but maybe you've neglected and haven't really been looking there for a long time. So these can be online spaces, different websites that you don't frequent so often, or physical spaces. So this could be even just going out for a walk, going to a museum, going to a library, going to an art gallery, just going to fresh places and looking at fresh different websites you don't normally go to feel inspired in fresh new ways, because you can very easily end up in a bit of a creative bubble. The problem with social media is that they have the algorithms which sort of keep giving you more of the same. When it notices you like something, it's going to keep giving you more of that. And so you can end up thinking that everything just looks the same. There is quite a lot of diversity out there, but it will just keep feeding you the same stuff it notices you like. And so it's often good to sort of break away from that and choose new sources. Another little trick that I like to do is also have secondary accounts. So for example, I have 2 Instagram accounts, and they are very different algorithms, which can be really great for inspiration. If I'm finding my own account is not really inspiring me, logging into that other account, it will have completely different types of things. And that can be a really great way to find inspiration too. It's basically training an algorithm to different types of interests. So starting another account, sort of like a little hobby side account that you've got, and just start searching for and also really looking at and spending time on stuff that's a little bit of a different niche to what you normally are looking at. Basically train that algorithm to start picking up different types of things, and you'd be surprised at how quickly you can basically create a feed for yourself that is completely different from what you normally see. I also love going down Pinterest rabbit holes. I always find really interesting and very different kinds of inspiration heading down Pinterest, looking at things that are a little bit different, and often things that wouldn't have shown up in things like Instagram because they're from international designers and in other languages, like for example Russian designers and things like that. So sometimes going down a little bit of a rabbit hole on Pinterest can lead you to some more interesting and different things that you don't normally see. So again, this is about noticing things that are a bit different. Some people I've heard complain that Pinterest is just so much AI stuff now. Well, it's probably because you look at that and then it keeps feeding you more. So start looking at things that are a little bit different, more interesting, and you click on it and it will show you related things, and then click on more of those things within related, and it will start to give you more of that particular style and that sort of feeling, and you'll start to basically train it to look at some different things that you're not normally exposed to. Now, I feel like this is some sort of Instagram cliche, but romanticize the process. It really does help sometimes to just make the process of creating and designing just feel more cozy and fun. Create an environment that inspires you. This could be things like lighting a candle nearby, having some nice objects on your desk, giving yourself an environment that just changes your perspective and just puts you in a more creative and comfortable mood. So put on that cozy music, get some nice lighting, get some nice little bits of stationery on your desk, little things like that. Get, maybe a cup holder and have a nice mug for your drink. Little things like that. They don't have to be overcomplicated or expensive. Just little treats that make your environment feel more special and creative. When I had my 3rd son, I came across someone that said that they were really struggling with those night feeds with their baby, and something that they did to make it feel more enjoyable was they would always put a nice hot drink, like a hot chocolate, in a thermal mug so that when they got up to feed their baby, they were able to enjoy that nice hot drink. And I really thought that was such a cool idea of just doing something special for you that makes something that is currently a bit of a struggle feel better. Make it a little bit more special. And you don't have to stick to just your office either. It could be changing up your environment, like going to a cafe, or setting up yourself a really cool picnic and going to a park and working in the park and have a nice picnic rug and some nice little snacks. Little things like that. It might seem a bit silly, but it could actually get you in a much more creative flow because you just feel more in the mood. You're not feeling like everything's a struggle and in a slump and but you've created this nice fun environment for yourself, and you just feel more perked up and you're going to be more productive because of it. I get it. You don't feel like doing it. You just aren't feeling productive and you just don't really want to do the work. You sort of just want to avoid it. Feeling drained and just not in the mood for it all. So let's get lazy and yet still put things out into the world. Pull out some old work and repurpose it. Go through your files, find some old bits of content, old graphics, old designs, grab them, maybe freshen them up a little bit. It could be find an old design and put some fresh content in it. It could be find some old content and just freshen up the design. Just make some small tweaks and then put it out there. Or if you have something that was actually really good but it's been buried, hasn't been seen in years, you could even just put it out there as it is again. Don't feel like you have to keep reinventing the wheel all the time. Everything has to be fresh and new and exciting. People don't see every single thing you put out there. So it's okay to just repurpose, reuse things, bring back something that you're proud of and hasn't been seen in a while, or give something old a new fresh lease on life. You can get lazy and still keep creating by using what's already there, putting it back out there, or giving it a little bit of a freshener. Remember, people haven't memorized everything you put out there, and even if they do realize they've seen it before, it doesn't really matter. All it does is reinforce your brand more, because it makes it really reinforce that that is your message. That is the thing that you say as a brand. All it's going to do is help reinforce your brand. So don't think that the repurposing police are going to come after you and say, you can't put that out again. You already did that. It is fine. You can repurpose, you can get a little bit lazy and use this quiet time to experiment. If things have just been a little bit slow at the moment, maybe you haven't had as much work on, maybe sales have been a little bit slower, this is actually the perfect time to try and experiment with new things. Before we know it, the busy season is going to hit us and suddenly you won't have time to experiment. It won't be a good idea to suddenly change things up on people. Now, when less people are looking, when less things are happening, this is the time to try out new things. Try things that you've been thinking about but been hesitant to do. This is your moment. This is the time to give it a go. Try out new layouts or styles in your designs. Work on a creative project that you've been dreaming about but have been a bit hesitant to put aside the time to work on it. And even start brainstorming and working on some big campaigns for the end of the year so that when that busy season comes along, you are ready for it. Whatever you normally put off or lack time for, now is the time to actually work on those things. I remember doing this in 2020 during the lockdown. Around mid-year, things were just really slow and calm. I didn't really have much going on. And I went and set up all my Notion in that time. Normally, I wouldn't have had time to set up something so big like that. I think I also moved my website to Webflow in that time too and basically redesigned my website. That is the time to do those sort of things, those projects that seem overwhelming, big, and you think, when am I going to get the time to do that? If you've got a slow season, that is when you should be working on those things, and you will benefit from those things for years to come. If you set up something big that is going to be around for a long time, you're going to see the benefits from that for a long time. So it is worth taking the time now to work on those things. So if, like me, you've been feeling a little lackluster, maybe you've got lots of fun creative things going on, but you've just been feeling a little bit more burnt out and tired, and it's just harder to get motivated in this mid-year period, I hope these ideas and tips have helped bring your spark back and are going to help you get through this slump, and maybe even got you feeling a little motivationally inspired so that you work on something that you've been dreaming of but just haven't had time for. So keep creating. This time will pass. The busy season's about to come on us and things are going to switch up and change, so don't let this season get you down. If you'd like to see more videos on creativity, branding and graphic design, be sure to subscribe, and happy creating.